welcome, everybody. I'm trying an early stream today, so let's see how this works. Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 people on the docket today, and I'm probably just gonna be working on website and maybe storing stuff for people to submit them out for next week. So it's a chill stream today, but I wanted to try doing it early. So all right. It's no one size fits all for recruiting. There definitely times one. But for most candidates, think 2 or 3 residents more than non-titles. What? All right. Defiantly, definitely. Man, I wish I could spell. How powerful would I be if I could actually spell things? Probably unstoppable, truthfully. All right. Pull that up there. Pull that up there. If you take the words for the job description, then turn on the squid search option, you can start to see the replace your squid. That was exactly what I needed. Thank you, person, for dumbing that down for me. I actually needed that. Why is this person so aggro? Okay, I'll just do it like. Alright. Brain. Let's work on the resume guide. Alright. Mission, and then meaning we see that. Just resumes you need to get to look for. Those are your keywords. Those are the exact thing recruiters like me are looking for. Better chance of getting an interview, qualification. Okay, I know that word or phrase or should be before you begin to write your notes. Once you hold this, you can finally start making a bullet point. Alright, how do I teach bullet points? Bullet points, there are 3 types of bullet points that you need. Yeah, I think 3 types of bullet points is good. Yeah, 3, because technically that. Bullet points can be broken down into 3 types. These 3 types are all you need. 3 types. Let's do. Remember when I said okay, recruiting is like being a DMV clerk with hundreds of people you need to process within the hour. Oh, that would make sense. Really want to do a BBL BBL joke with this. I don't know if I'm able to. Like, Alright, so building a resume for 2 people. Okay. Finally start making your resume. I do like the data lake story, but I feel like I already did the data lake story. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I guess I could go back to it. I feel like that's important because that story teaches people. Yeah, I think I need that story. Because I feel like that kind of opens people's minds, which is what I'm doing. So I will instead mark this as... Oh, nope, that is the opposite of what I am trying to do. Why, brain? We do this. Okay. There we go. All right. Daily story. Bear, wake up. It's stream time. Yeah, buddy. You gotta wake up. It's stream time. Oh, did you just fall over? This is the opposite of waking up. Huh? Foot scratches. Okay, Bear. It's time. Yeah, oh, you instantly know. He can tell immediately. Okay. Come on, we're doing this in front of the camera. That's what our viewers demand. Alright. Okay, you ready? Okay. Paw. Paw. Bear. Bear. Don't take out the camera. Bear. Paw. Good boy. Good paw. There you go. Good boy. You're a good boy, Bear. No, that was it. You get 1. Yeah. Maybe later you'll get more. Okay? Yeah, I know. I love you too. Okay? You can see a little tail wagging like a helicopter. Do you say he's a good boy? Are you a good boy? His tail wags faster. Look at his tail. You're such a good boy. You are. Okay. Thank you. I didn't say bear hour. This is my time. Yeah. Lots of scritches because you're a good boy. Okay, don't take down the camera. Your tail is a menace, sir. Yeah, I wanted to give him a cooldown for it. Wow. We could give him more later. So, I'm just working on this resume guide because I want to get this all done, and then I can actually post this and then work on the formatting. Because I think I am finally happy with the formatting for all of this. So, because this, like you said, which was a good suggestion, is a lot of space here. I like the fact that I'm a ghostly apparition. I don't like all the weird stuff around it, but that's a problem for later. So. Yep, it is bear camera. When he's not here, I want to put a little graphic that is like bear is hiding. So, or something, so that it looks good when it's not, when he's not actually here. Because sometimes he needs to leave the room. Yeah. Okay. So once you have that list of keywords, you can finally start making your resume begin. Yeah. I like the BBL joke. I don't know how to actually make an acronym with bullet points into BBL. And it may be too crass. I'm not sure. I just feel like that's a attention getter that's kind of funny, but like better bullet point lesson, the point is silent. I don't know. So, okay. Once you have the keywords, you're starting. Keywords are the bullet points are the most important part of your resume. Yeah, they are. They are the star. No, they're the star of your resume. That's it. Bullet points are the star of your resume. They are what recruiters are going to be looking at the most. No. They are... Man, I don't know how people that write for a living do this. Like, I don't mind making pithy things, but if I had to be a professional writer, I don't think I could do that. Not even barring the skills that I may not have for it in grammatical errors, but, like, man. I don't know how somebody can just do this and just hammer out all this stuff. ChatGPT, yeah, I guess, but I'm trying to make this humorous. Although I did actually, the last one, I did want to do, like, I do like the fact that people could use AI to, like, on your job site to find a job that matches, which I think was kind of neat. See, that part was neat. I still didn't find anybody using AI screening for that, though. I know there's got to be some, but I still want to find it. All right. Bullet points. Bullet points are the primary point. No. Because I think ChatGPT is good for formatting. I think it is very good for formatting from what I've seen. I just don't trust it to actually do that correct. And there is another reason I don't want to use ChatGPT, which is very me specific, is I have trouble with grammar and writing. And if I use ChatGPT, it may sneak stuff in there that I may not catch after 5 glances. So that is a dyslexic problem specifically, because I know other writers can just be like, oh, there's the error, but might not be able to parse it. Man, the older I get, the more I realize how impactful my disability of dyslexia is. Like, I was like, yeah, I just can't read something. So now I'm like, wow, this is insanely impactful of, like, everything. But yeah, look, I got all this done. So, and I like what this is. So. But now I'm on step 3 out of 6. My goal was to make a quick guide. And then I realized I think that would fail. So I'm trying to make an entertaining guide. Okay, bullet point lesson. Modafinil? Is that like a dyslexia or ADD medication? That's for sleepiness. It's not sleepiness. I will, in fact, read something 5 times and my brain won't pick it up. So it's bullet points. I guess star, but I want something that translates. Star, shine, primary, main point. I used to have those sometimes during undergrad. I don't know if that would work for me. I prefer not to take random pills. I already have to take enough in my daily life. Yeah, I know. I ain't doing that unless a doctor prescribes it. I have too many other meds I have to take daily. I already had some cross-reactivity with medications before, and it is a nightmare. So, I tried, I think it was one of those weight loss ones, like Ozempic, and it cross-reacted with another med I had, and it made me, like, incoherent for almost a week, which was the only time I think I've heard of it. So, it sucked, because I actually really liked that, because it was good. It worked. So, again, that was the only one I know of who had that, and I think it was probably some kind of cross-reactivity. So, bullet points. When recruiters view hundreds of resumes in an hour, this is not integration. I know a lot of people take those things in college. I'm on a lot of prescription stuff, so I ain't messing with that delicate formula. And it's not energy. Like, it's not... I do know I get distracted and I have attention issues. But I will focus. Like, I will read this 5 times, and I won't notice that modern and day are switched, or modern has a spelling error. Like, it's not an energy. Like, I will actually focus and look at it, and I'll reread it 5 times, which is... that is kind of why I get annoyed when people are like, well, you didn't, like, you just need to slow down sometimes. I'm like, I know I go fast, but, like, I have slowed down, and I've reread something 5 times in the span of 5 minutes and took my time, and I still missed everything. So, it is the dyslexia. So, which... Alright. When recruiters view hundreds of resumes in an hour, this is not an exaggeration. That is why I used the DMV clerk metaphor earlier. We are looking for the keywords. Qualifications. I might be repeating it. Once I had a midterm, I spent the whole day studying for, learned nothing, came to uni 2 hours early. The worst habit I picked up in college was at community college. And I had a 12-page paper due the next day, and I didn't start it. And I wrote it all starting at 5 p.m. and turned it in at 9 a.m. and I got an A on it. And I kind of wish I failed, because throughout college I would do that for my reports, is literally do them the night of. I had to break that after I graduated college. Like, that was a horrible habit. I had to unlearn that habit, especially because I was rewarded for it by getting A's on those tests. It's like, that's not good. I don't recommend anyone do that. That messed up my sleep. The terrible things we do in study habits for college that break upon entering the real world. Needless to say, I do not do that anymore. I do not do things the day of. I had to... that was some time it took me to learn that. When recruiters view hundreds of resumes an hour, it's not exaggeration, we're looking for the keywords, qualifications. Which is why, once I had pneumonia right before finals week, like, I'll find out just have them to take the retest next stream. And you aced the test. Yeah, no, your mom was right. Keywords, qualification, which is why previous section, if you can find them. Cloud computing, oh my gosh. Wow. Actually, I am going to say this story. At college, I didn't like college. I think that was obvious for my things. It did not suit the way I learned. So I was pretty miserable in college, at least for this stuff. And there was a class where you had to do 3 papers. There was 4 weeks, there was 1 paper that was worth 25%. Then there was another that was worth 25%. And then the final, which was worth 50. And me being miserable and doing horrible lessons, which I don't do anymore, the teacher had a thing where if you miss any of the tests, they're added to the final. So the final is technically, if you don't take the other test, 90% of your grade. And me, being the miserable, terrible student, because college didn't agree with me, I only did the final. So I had the only things that I would need to do in the final were the test, and that was worth 90% of my total grade. I didn't need to come to class, whatever. And I took the final, and I got a 0. And this is what this was the only class I needed to graduate at that. But I was like, wait a minute, this is wrong. And because I didn't do any of the other work, which again, I don't recommend doing this. This was dumbly in college. Because I didn't do any of the work, I would have had a 0. But I realized I did the final, and there were about 25 multiple choice tests, multiple choice questions on the final. And I realized that statistically, I should have gotten one of those right. And if I got a 15% or a 10% or a 20% in the class as my overall grade, I would have been at the time like, yeah, that makes sense. But if there are 25 multiple choice questions and which is worth 50% of the grade, and an actual paragraph like writing thing that is worth the other 50%, something is wrong because I should have gotten at least 1 or 2 points. And it took me 2.5 months. And finally, I found out that the teacher put my final in the wrong folder, so they graded it like I didn't have it, and I got like a 73 or an 82 in the class after they did. And I was able to graduate. And I would not have known that had I done any of the other stuff. So in the weirdest roundabout way, me doing terrible study habits and terrible stuff actually saved my grade. Because like if I got like a 30 or 40%, I'd be like, I failed the class because that makes sense. But you don't statistically get an absolute 0 on 25 questions. I would have had to know the answers and then guessed wrong intentionally. So that is why that saved me. All right. When recruiters are rejecting resumes, which should I be aggro on it? Yeah, if I got like a 20%, I wouldn't have fought it, because I was like, yeah, I didn't, the grading was H either in my undergrad. I have found that my majors were the easiest ones. The hardest class I took was a history class, like a history 101. They wanted you to read like 450 pages a week and write reports on it, while my neuropsych class, capstone, was just like, do one paper for the whole class. So, I mean, it was a scientific paper, not like a real published one, but you had to write it like it was one to make sure you had the degrees of success and the Z-axis thing right. It's been a bit, so yeah. It's really the hardest classes at college are the ones that you are not going for your major. Not my English one, but that's because I had a phenomenal English teacher. She absolutely changed my view on writing, and in college she is amazing, and I really hope she's doing well. We were supposed to present at a conference. Ooh, you got it published. That's neat. No, they're rejecting resumes. It's usually because we couldn't find the keywords. Jeez, Omni, that's so much. Find the keywords qualifications in the resume. To make sure yours gets seen, you may have actually put it in your resume, but that doesn't matter if we can't find it in 30 seconds, which is around the amount of time a recruiter will look at a resume. I wasn't even there. Jeez, that stinks that you got pneumonia. And you couldn't even. It's so cool to have a public. What was the published paper about? Or is this stuff that I would not be able to even because I know I don't know the computing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no worries. I was just, what was the paper about? So, okay. To make sure. Look at the resume. Look at the resume. Which is why I use the TMB clerk for. That's too wordy. How do I not wordy? Recruiters are rejecting your resume. Okay, no, we're doing this thing like I'm speaking to them and I'm being a jerk. So, your resume. It's usually because we couldn't find the keywords, aka qualifications, in your resume. You may have actually put it in your resume, but that doesn't matter. We can't find it. Oh, it was a review. Okay, stock market predictions based on textual numerical analyses. It got published as research. Okay, that's neat. So. Matter if we can't find it. We usually only have 30 seconds to look at a resume. That's the GMB clerk being line out the door. And the easiest. Oh, never did. Dang. The easiest way to show us those keywords qualifications. No. Do I have my glasses cleaner here? No, that's in the other room. Did I bring that up? Okay. What recruiters want? BBL. There is a BBL joke with bullet points, and I know it's there. And I can't find it, and it upsets me so much because there is such a good joke there, and I cannot make that work. Ugh. So we usually only have 30 seconds, right? In those 30 seconds, we need to find your keywords. Qualification. I'm getting a bear break. Bear, I'm attacking you. Hello. Yes, I know everybody can see me. Oh, wait. Huh? Hi. Hello. Oh, roll over. Okay, can't keep heading the same spot, Bear, if you... Or did you want belly rubs? You want belly rubs? Do it. I was back healed. Jerk. Okay, go back. It's fine. I gave you passes. Yeah, it's fine. Pull it back down, huh? You get forehead kisses. Yeah. Forehead kisses for dog. Good boy. Don't take out my headset. Building bullet points lightly. That's better. I feel like we could do more, but I do like that, Zombie. That's better than what I had imagined. I was thinking, like, why recruiters love BBL. So, like, something like that. Yeah, placeholder, basically. Because there's gotta be a joke here. I know there's a joke here, and I can't find it. That's the worst part, is when you know there's a funny, and your brain gets the punchline, but it can't find the setup, and you know it's there, and then you're just gonna walk around and someone's gonna say it, and you're like, of course. You know what I mean? In those 30 seconds, you need to make sure you're... Maybe even don't do bullet points. Your bullet points... What are words for L? Words that start with L. Not words with L. Related? Okay, these don't seem like real words. Labeled. Okay, I don't even need to say bullet points, because labeled is something. Dang it, ChatGPT, that's not quite what I needed. Why recruiters love BBL, and then we're gonna do another one, which is labeled. I think labeled is a word. All right, anyway, I'm gonna keep going on this one. I'm spending too much time on this. Okay. Let's see. Usually 30 seconds. Clerk. May have actually put in the resume, but that doesn't matter if we can't find it. Usually recruiters only have... What's this? BB? Recruiters only have 30 seconds to look at a resume before we have to move on, or we will get behind. In those 30 seconds... I mean, that's not... I feel like 30 seconds is good. Like I said 12, but I think that's slightly hyperbolic. Realistically, it is about 30 seconds. I'm trying not to make it too dirty. I want the dirtiest thing to be about that is the actual word itself. So I'm not trying to make this... It's still supposed to be PG-13. Which I guess that is PG-13. But it's still corporate appropriate. So... Like, honestly, I think it's funnier if I say this and then don't mention anything else about it. Like, it's just an acronym, which I think would be funnier. So, yeah, no worries. I mean, get it. That's actually is the punchline, is that's where the mind goes to. But if you don't, if you don't mention that, if you just say, yeah, you need this, you're playing they call it, like, the straight man. So it's like that, then there's usually... That went back to like Punch and Judy comics or something with that. So yeah, that's why you play it straight. That's what it's called. That's the word in the comedy. So the ridiculous bear is just unconscious on the floor right now. Oh, look at the tail wag. Oh, he's so cute. Demon, we will get behind in our job. In those 30 seconds, The best, better bullet point layout. No, we're not doing any of those jokes. I get why, right? But like we're playing it completely straight. The joke itself is that this is called BBL. So that is the joke itself. There's nothing else with it. I'm not gonna go anywhere else with that, with the BBL stuff. Like I want somebody who doesn't know what it is to not suspect there's anything wrong with it, essentially. Because then people will meme it like you're doing right now. I know. And that's why it's funny, is because that's what the mind immediately goes to, and then you subvert expectations by doing something else. So, like, label, bullet point, better bullet point labels. Whatever. I need to figure this one out later. Okay, we're interjecting your resume is usually because we can find the keywords or qualifications in your resume. You can actually put in your resume, but that doesn't matter if we can't find it. 2, get your resume. No, I already covered this. I know a friend who's a writer, and I'm sure they could just knock this out. Like, this stuff is tough for me. Okay. Matter if we can't find it. The best bullet layout. Okay, bullet point layout. Technically, bullet point is 2 words. The best bullet layout. Where'd you go? Sir, you cannot leave the camera. I mean, you can, absolutely. I can let you out. I just have to turn on the camera. I just need you to let me know when you leave. Okay? Because when you're not there, the floor looks... Because you have toys everywhere. Be back later. Alright, hold on. Bear wants out for a bit, so I'm turning off the bear cam. I'm gonna put a little picture of him that says, okay, yes, I know. Come on, go out. I'm not following you. It looks weird when you're not there, Bear. That's all. Alright. Also, if anybody has any questions on resumes while I'm here, you should definitely ask me. This is, even though I'm doing this, still ask other resume questions. Oh, gosh. It's like, I got all of this. I feel proud that I wrote that, but I still need step 3, 4, 5, and 6 left. Although, I think step 4, formatting, is just easy. I don't think there's any way to really make formatting entertaining. So I'm just going to make that very basic. The myths of recruiting, I think it would be kind of easier, and why you should and shouldn't trust me. And then I'm kind of done with it. I'll need to put it on my website. But this part, honestly, keywords and the bullet points, I feel like, are the hardest to teach, because formatting you can copy paste. But there is work required on the candidate to actually search this stuff out. So, but that doesn't matter if we can't find it. In the 30 seconds we allocate to each resume. What is a good? They make horrifying facial expressions. Bullet points are how you showcase. The best reason, not reason, that's right. make sure we don't miss your keywords. You need to use the best bullet layout. There we go. I just hear Bear being a menace downstairs. Just like thumpa, 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 thumpa. Layout. These bullet points will be the star. Oh, he's outside barking. What are you barking at, dog? Yeah, I think I need to put a little thing over there for Bear when he's not here. Just like, Bear's not in the room right now. These bullet points be the main attraction of your resume and the most eye-catching thing about it. Resume, and if you do it right. Okay, hold on. I need to think for a second. The glasses are coming off. I can't see anything. I took them off too early. I need to read the line before to see where I'm at. To make sure we don't need to use the best bullet layout. Best bullet layout. There it is. Okay. Layouts or PBL short. Getting your resume is PBL will make sure that recruiters find what they need to move you forward to an interview. A PBL has 3 parts. If you're going to miss your keyword, you need to use the best bullet layout or BBL for sure. Getting your resume. Using BBL will make sure that recruiters find what they need, qualifications, and move you forward to an interview before interview. There are 3 parts to making sure your resume has a BBL. Best bullet layout. The recruiters. Okay, I like best bullet layout. I think that's better. So. Also, I like this early stream. I'm going to definitely keep Tuesday it later, but I think I'd like to do an earlier stream for some of the other days. This is a lot. I have more energy now. Because, like, I get tired as the day goes on. Wow, yeah, that's real unique. You get tired as the day goes on. Of course you do. That's called life. I get more energy until I fall asleep. All right. Use. Okay, you need to make sure you need a BBL. Best bullet layout. There we go. I've been a night owl for August. I got more energy later gets. I mean, I I am usually my most productive between like 9:30 and 1. And then I get tired from like 1 to like 4. And then I get more energy. Which I don't know why I decided to start streaming on those times when I have the least energy of the day, but so sure we don't miss your keywords. Miss your qualifications. Keywords. You need a BBL. Oh, you're trying to reset. Yeah, that makes more sense. You know, I get resetting your circadian rhythm. My biggest problem with that is my normal rhythm. I have like a 25-hour circadian rhythm, and then it just slowly starts edging towards one thing continuously, and I have to keep resetting it. So like I'll go to bed at like 10, and then the next night it'll be 10:20, and then 10:40, and then 11, and then 11:20, 11:40, and I have to forcibly reset it before it goes to like 2 in the morning. So we don't reject you. You need a BBL. No, not. Here we go. Make sure we don't reject your resume. You need to get BBL. There we go. See, this is the joke. And then I can say BBL and it's not going to mention it. It's going to be funny. Better bullet layout. That's the word. That is what we are doing. Usually do that by staying awake. That's, yeah, I mean, that works. Just completely resetting it. Wasn't there that guy on YouTube that stayed awake for like 4 days or something crazy to get into the Guinness Book of World Records? But like the Guinness Book of World Records doesn't have the longest time you stay awake because it's unhealthy. Okay, here we go. So this is good. Resume, a BBL. You need to learn the 3 parts. Not you need to learn. Bullet points. More like 7 and 9. Yeah, that's, if anybody else in chat knows who that is, like this is rough. Like I couldn't. I think. I'm trying to remember the latest I stayed up. I think when I was like 16 or 17, I stayed up for like 48 hours because one of my friends from Texas came in and we played Mario Soccer and we drove him to the airport and he fell asleep and missed his flight. So he had to stay another day. Oh, Bear's performance review. Okay. Give me a second. All right, Bear. Bear, you've got a performance review. Bear, where'd you go? Bear, you want a treat? You have this up. Come on, boy. Okay, come on. All right, Bear. So sit. We're gonna have a performance review. Let me get your camera on, buddy. All right. Bear's time. So, all right, let's get you this stuff. So, okay, are you visible to the camera? Let's turn you this way. Okay, sir. So, what do we, sir? Not giving you the phone. All right, Gail, this is your performance review. All right. So, what we need. We're gonna do this. Okay. So, what we need, and I'm gonna need here is. We've gotten less complaints. I think that's good. So you've definitely been improving your performance. Sir, we're not ready. I need you to do patience. Patience. Sir, patience. Stay. Now, you are a good boy, and we're trying to work on patience. And I think you've done a phenomenal job. You've definitely improved. You haven't followed me. That's going to go away in your performance review. Also, that's on me. I took too long. All right, so there's things in you eating other people's food. Overall, because you just demonstrated a lack of professionalism. Sir, you demonstrated a lack of professionalism. I'm gonna have to rate your performance as a good boy, okay? We're gonna have to work on that. Yeah, fluff. Fluff. You fluff. Yeah, butt slaps. Yeah. God, and a treat. Okay, so let's work on the actual thing. Also, let me check these treat limits, because these are slightly bigger. Oh yeah, he's fine. Okay. He's 100 pounds, so these are gonna give him half a treat though, just in case. All right, sir. So we're gonna work on patience. Stop. Stop. No, patience. We're doing this again. Hold. Stay. 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 Boy, go get it. You can thank my girlfriend. She trained him very well. That's the treats for now. You may get more later. Okay? And you get half a treat. Because this is 1 to 8 a day for 50 pounds and above, and you're 100. So, yeah, you're a good boy. Okay. All right. Gave you some. Why are you looking at me like that, huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Come here. Can you put on? No, don't paw me. Sir. Sir, I am working. I took you here so that I could work. Y'all can't see this. He is trying to kiss me. Let's see where that mouth goes. I don't want it. You get head kisses. Forehead kisses. Yeah, okay. All right. Look at that little tail. Sir, I was writing something. No. Okay. Yeah, that's your treat. You may get another one later. Okay? Okay. You a good boy? You are a good boy. Yeah, I still can't believe he can do the whole thing over here. So, I'm very impressed that he was able to do that. Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay. I need my hand back. I can't keep petting you. Go lay down. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. You have like 800 of them. Okay, bullet points are the star of your... Is the star transferable? Is that something they say outside of America? I want to be like the star, the prize, the main focus point. Bullet points are the main focus of your resume for recruiters. By getting BBL, recruiters will reject you less. Getting a BBL. Is there a way to disable? There's no way in point I ever need to look at the HTML for this. I don't even know if that is HTML. It's my lack of coding knowledge over here. Alright. What? I didn't do anything. Yeah, we're cleaning stuff downstairs. Are you done? Okay, sir. I'm writing a sentence. Yeah, I know. Pat, 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 pat. Okay. Like getting a BBL. BBL is done in 3 parts. I like 3s. Okay. I'm judging me. It's not too much. 3 parts, with 2 of them being more important than the 3rd. No, he's bugging me. I think I got it. I think I like better bullet layout. So, no ads. Stupid ads. Okay, Third, each oh man, I don't know how creative writers do this. Okay, so the three parts out loud are going to be the summary sentence, there's going to be the keyword sentence, and then there's going to be a brag or hero bullet. All right. Here are the three parts of a BBL are as follows. We have, still might want to do the data lake story. Stop HTML. I'm just fat finger stuff. I don't need you, HTML. Man, should I teach about the resume for both the recruiter and because that's needed too. I feel like if they've gone with me this far, I don't need to go into a segue. So that is important. Beginning of the first, I mean, it is. Maybe I should just mention at the end that the BBL is actually good for managers as well. I think I should end it with the data lake engineer story. You should look up what a data lake engineer does. I know you all have described it to me, but I need to read it. It's how it processes. So data pipelines, okay. It's just like a store of a large amount of data, I'm assuming, for big data. That's what I'm guessing. Follows. All right. Summary bullet point. Summary bullet point. The three parts of a bulk BBL could be under each job. What do they call those? Past experience, each job in your past experience. I'm gonna answer a question already. My mind broke. I need a quick diversion. All right. Okay. Should we optimize for? Hey. One of the have this okay. Recruiter / career coach. Here. Say recruiter / career coach. You need to have 3 to 4 resumes that are tailored for each job title. Having a general purpose resume will just get you rejected, while tailoring for each job will drive you insane. And AI usually does the formatting correctly, but the bullet points, which is what we recruiters care about most, poorly. Side note, AIT optimized resume. TS. Side note, ATS optimized resumes is not correct. The ATS doesn't reject your resume, it's recruiters. Most resumes are still at my hand, and while yes, there are AI screening tools, 99% of the companies out there are still doing it by hand. There we go. Okay. Summary bullet points. Three parts of it. Summary bullet point. Keyword. Bullet point. Maybe I should change this. Like, hold on. I know there's still the three, but like, I don't know if I even want to mention the brags or anything, because I feel like people don't do them right. It's not like I can't teach it. Summary bullet point. Cool. Trade. Bullet point. And soft skills. Soft skills is not what I want, because it's still... I like tools of the trade, and I know I went over this before earlier. Did we come to a consensus for what that should be called? Because, like, it's important to know, like, to list JavaScript, but you don't have to list you're a master of it, and that would be a tool, but you do want to showcase, at least for the hiring manager, some stuff like that. Well... I feel like we covered this a little bit, did I? No clones. Ah, darn facial twitches. Ah. No, that's not there. All right. Well, shoot. Okay, in that case, it's like, I guess as a recruiter, sourcing would be a keyword. Sourcing is a skill. Maybe a skill bullet point. Skill bullet point might be fine. Maybe that's the way to do it, because they have hard skills and soft skills. Okay. Yeah, I think tools of the trade. Let me make sure that that's cross-translatable. Tools of the trade. Oh, that's actually perfect. That is the exact definition that I need. Cool. Didn't even think about that. All right. Yeah, I may want to change the title of soft skill bullet point. Okay, so each of these needs to be under each. Brain. Here, help me. Here, right. Okay, good boy. Yeah, did I interrupt you? Good boy. Who's my old man? Who's my old man? Who's my old man? Oh, wow, 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 wow. You have done. You want at least one summary bullet point and at least one tools of the trade and skill bullet point. I think this is a good way to not get people to miss the skills. The tools of the trade, because so often, even we saw the journalist before, the Chrysalis, who was an Emmy Award winner, like, oh my god. It blows my mind. They forget the basic stuff on the resume because they assume it's, well, basic. And I think tools of the trade bullet point would cover that. But you still need stuff that shows you did like actual things that were not necessarily just tools. So I think this shows both of them. So for each job you have done, you want one summary bullet point and at least only one. And at least one. Tools of the trade and skill pool. So, here's how to write them and what they are. Summary bullet point. This is a generalized, I can just copy what I wrote over here. This is a summary of your overall job duties at this company/role. You need to describe this in such a way that someone with literally no knowledge of anything you do with no industry knowledge can understand it. I.e., if a toddler with attention issues can get what you do, you wrote it right. That is not a joke. You literally need to describe your job so that a toddler can understand it. I repeat, that is not a joke. All right, tools of the trade. There we go. Tools of the trade bullet point. All right. In every industry, there are basic tools that you are expected to know. It could be Excel for Microsoft Office. What's a... His name is Fartmaster and they're a bot. Fartmaster 500. All right. Every industry, there are basic tools that you need to know. It could be Microsoft Office, or anything involving corporate, or what plumbers use that people know. What's the first thing? Common plumber tools. Saw. That's terrifying. Plungers. Oh yeah, plunger. Or wrench. Okay, let's stick with wrench. Because like that makes more sense. Or a wrench for plumbers. These are critical bullet points. Oh gosh, how do I write that? I don't like any of that. I'm gonna take a quick break. My brain is melting. I do like where I went with this so far. I wrote like 2 paragraphs. Ugh. Software engineer trying to use the STAR method and curious about how to lie better. Stop lying! Okay. Recruiter who has recruited for... I just don't lie. Do this. Where'd it go? Where's my basic page? Stop lying. Please stop. Have recruited engineers before, and here is is what I recommend too. As an example, here is a do example. Good bullet point. Here is a not good bullet point. Good. Back to the basics. Don't lie. Just write your bullet points with what, how, and results. And hope that answered it. My mind is like tired. Words tire me out. Oh god, everyone is recruiter slash goes here. Standing out is a fool's errand. You don't need to. We don't care if you stand out. You just need to be able to find the qualifications, keywords, in your resume. I hate this AI stuff that's lying like this because people get the wrong idea. Like, some people do use it, I'm sure correctly. They use it to do a basic formatting and then actually change that, but just using it to tailor to each job, and then you're wasting time because volume is important as well, and it's like a never-ending whack-a-mole. Do this. Write your resume. Yes. Also, although there are AI tools, recruiters, 99% of us do it by hand and review resumes. Volume of us that actually use screening tools with AI is very small, to the point where don't worry about it. AI is not going to do that. Offshoring might. That's a problem. All right. I don't even like how I wrote these. This isn't sticking with me. Something needs to change. Okay. Below as follows. Here. Now, I'm going to explain to you what each of those are. How many you need. No, I don't. I need like 1 second to refocus. It's my power pose of when I actually think. So, bullet points. You need different ones for each. One per job, one per job, one per job. Okay, so. Normal quiet, but like I need to focus on this. Okay. Summary. And do you need one for each job on your resume? Below is what they do and how many of them they need per job. That's close enough, I think. One for each job on your resume. need to describe this in such a way that somebody with there it is, should be no industry knowledge can understand. A toddler with attention issues can understand your explanation of what you do. You wrote it right. This is not a joke. Oh, whoop. Should not have deleted the other stuff. There it is. There we go. Oh, bear is left. Eat out? Okay. Go, explore, be free, sir. I'm not following them. Basic. Alright, so then we have the tricks of the trade. Tools of the trade, Lee, not tricks. Been playing too much D&D. Tools of the trade. Did I link this? Every profession, from plumber to software engineer, there are tools that every profession, from plumber to software engineer. Missing something. I am missing something. Hold on, I need to turn the AC on. I think it's off. I'm like overheating. All right, back. Man, there is a lot of bots today. I had to get a banana. Sorry for the not talking. This is a need to think situation. Okay, my brain fried. Let me do a resume review. Because let's do this. Let's do this. deleted it. Get back. Where the heck is this? There it is. Okay, cool. All right, restore. And then, no. Put this under quick roast. Right. Cool. They have their whole contact information. Bro. All right. Can I? Fake name, Mr. Fake name. Give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. Okay, back. Whew. If you're brave enough, yeah, or they did a college humor sketch on that with Grant. That was actually really funny, the one he did. Which was great. I loved that one. That was such a good one. All right, where to go? Fake name, Mr. Fake Name. Let's do this. They are looking for. All right, so here is the fake resume. They had their whole contact information. So I don't really want to completely dox that person. All right, let's do this. And that is the Boolean we're going to use. Where did they want to apply? Of course, nowhere. No one gives me a location. Location matters. really hate how nobody gives a location. All right. Machine learning engineer, skills and qualifications. Okay, end-to-end. And our concept to production. How many applications is this person? 1,000 and got 10. It's not good, but there's also a lot worse that it could be doing. So, yeah, actually, you're right. There is. That's a good catch. I assume that's where they want to be. No. Good call. Good call. All right, let's do this from here. So, machine learning. Okay, they specifically want to see machine learning, which is obvious. It's a machine learning engineer. They also want to do Python or Java or Scala. What is Scala? Is Scala a library or is that another language? They want Azure. They want AWS. I'm going to throw in GCP there as well. Specifically, Keras, XGBoost, TensorFlow, bachelor's, and then they want CI/CD. Right, let's look at this one. They do have large language models, so which makes sense. It's machine learning, large language models. I'm just going to put AI in general. AI or AI ML. Scala I've heard a lot. I just don't know what it is, actually. Scala, is it a language? Oh, it's a language. It's an actual language. It's definitely not used as much, I will say. So, I think it was funny because, like, when I started with tech, like, it was Ruby on Rails was the hotness, and Java, and now, like, I rarely see anything with Ruby on Rails. So I have no idea what happened to Ruby on Rails. Has anybody checked on Ruby on Rails? Are they okay? Okay, minimum of 2 years. LLM, yep, that's what I thought. Python, R. I'm going to add R to there. Went off the rails, yeah, right? Just completely gone. I have not heard anything from it. Keras, PyTorch, TensorFlow. I don't want to put XKGBoost because I think that's company specific. Okay. And then explaining complex to non-tech geek. Probably SQL. See, data scientist, MLDL framework, ML models. Okay, I think this is close to what I was expecting. It was slightly different because, like, actually, I think they can use the machine learning engineer one for their data scientist one. SQL, Linux, cloud. I'll just mention cloud. Okay. Let me make sure that's actually legible for everybody. Should be this can go away, actually. There we go. Okay. Let me add this, which is going to be keywords. And I just need to make sure that is good on the camera. Yep, that's good. Okay. This is the Headless Headhunter doing a resume review of Fake Name Mr. Fake Name. They are Fake Name Mr. Fake Name because they put their whole contact information on, so I had to delete it. They have a different resume format. It just kind of butchered it when it went into this format, so I had to edit it, but that's a terrible start. This is why I can do this live, is I can say not to do it live and delete that video. This is the Headless Headhunter doing a resume review of Fake Name Mr. Fake Name. Their actual resume is formatted slightly better than this, but I had to change some things to protect their identity. So the formatting on your actual resume is actually pretty good, Mr. Fake Name. So what I'm going to be looking for is going to be, you wanted essentially machine learning, AI engineer, or data scientist. The keywords that I was finding were Python, Java, Scala, R, Azure, AWS, and the rest of them over here. So you should be able to look at there if you want. I just made a very basic Boolean, but you should be able to make a better Boolean than that. So let's look to see if you actually have those. Implement deep learning machine models is predicting the Python. There it is. 10th or AWS. Dynamo, Lambda, Sklern. Docker developed a custom language model chatbot integrated with ChatGPT. Customer data, okay. Python and LP. Developed analytic dashboard for internal and external stakeholders to view business metrics and monitor ML. This is solid. I like a lot of this. I think your formatting is a little bit off. I did say it was okay, but it's a little bit off. You are giving me most of what I need. The problem is I think these are too dense. In addition, on your real resume, you do need to put, if you are a U.S. citizen, you should definitely put it. It'll definitely help out. If not, then it's not the case. Under your top part of the contact information, under your email and phone number and LinkedIn, put your location, and if you are a U.S. citizen, put green card holder or U.S. citizen. That will help. But beyond that, these are very dense. One of the problems that I find in reviewing IT or software resumes is they put a lot of keywords in, and it's really hard to pick out the ones you want. So I see AWS, but it's possible they missed the deep learning machine model. In addition, since you said deep learning machine model, you may want to use one of the more common names for it, so like machine learning, a large language model, that kind of thing, and then put in quotation marks, and then put the acronym first, and then put in the quotation marks, so that it people who are not tech can understand it. But I would personally, when I do this resume, I would change some things and just shrink it. I don't think you need all of those keywords because, look, this is all in one sentence. That's a lot. I led the deployment of here. I would do something like AI or LLM, deep learning machine model, that took human body scans. That I know the rest of that. So that took human body scans and. See, I don't even understand. Okay, so in predicting a user's clothing size, and took human body scans and predicted a user's clothing size based on imaging tech. You don't need to do increasing company's resume by over 1 million. You can use that in a different bullet point, but there's so much here that they could very easily miss the AI deep learning stuff in the first part. So I would change this to led the deployment of and whatever machine learning model that took human body scans and predicted a user's clothing size based on imaging tech. And deployment of a deep learning model in, and then you're going to put your tech stack, which is hard for me to find out because it's all over the place here. I'm assuming it's just Python, and we can do TensorFlow. I know I'm mispronouncing that, and AWS. Because there we go, because it's possible to miss all of that in the other part. Then on the next one, we can do the however you did this to save the company $1 million or made $1 million. Then we can add some more stuff with this because there's so much here, and I hope this makes sense. I don't want this to be a rambling mess, but the problem is there's so much here that they could miss it. You have an entire line of brackets over here that I had to delete, and really what they're going to be looking for in Python here, like what I just wrote over here, these are the things they're going to be looking for. Python is good, Azure, AWS is good, TensorFlow is good. They're going to be looking for AI machine learning models. You don't need to put all this other stuff in. If it's right here in the keywords, these are going to be your key to getting the new job. I do like this one, but I would say developed a dashboard in, right here you can actually say this, so whatever, I don't know what you did it in, I'm just going to put like Java, SQL, etc., whatever. Here we go. Developed a dashboard for internal and external stakeholders to view key business metrics and monitor ML models, giving real-time data visualization for active users. This one's fine. I like, but you just need to. I would put the here. Sorry, the fact that I had to use this on a different thing and it's formatted differently is throwing me off. I would put this on a separate line, and we would put data visualization for active users, Angular, JavaScript, SQL, Snowflake. Not a lot of them are looking. This is more full stack. I do like SQL, but I wasn't seeing, when I was researching these, I wasn't seeing a ton of Snowflake, JavaScript, or Angular. So I don't know if you really need to even do all this or even brag about the users. You could just say view business metrics and monitor ML models, giving real-time data visualization to the stakeholders. That should be fine. And then successfully, I would assume it's successfully unless you told me. Led and trained a team of data scientists, interns, fostering collaborative, high-performing environment for skilled. Okay, no. Led and trained a team of data scientists, interns in whatever language. So is like, I don't care about that other stuff. I do want to know that you trained them in a language, because that shows that you were skilled at it, right? Language, and then maybe throw in a soft skill there. Build software that helps scale the company from. Okay, but I want built software in X, Y, and Z. Okay, this is where you put that in. So you don't need to throw in this entire giant sentence here. You can slowly put this into the rest of the keywords in the bullet points, because that is what I would do to fix your resume. Is there's a lot there and you seem highly skilled, but it's kind of hard to find all that. And if a recruiter is really looking for maybe the languages, they may only find AWS because everything else is hidden. So those are the changes I would make. I hope that makes sense. If you have any more questions, come on by to Twitch and I'll help you out, or submit a resume in the PDF that doesn't have your contact information, because I'm not here to box you. But if anybody else wants a resume reviewed, the website is headlessheadhunter.org, and I'd be glad to do this for you too. So I wish you the best. Did that actually stream? Please let that actually have taken. Okay, good. I know I was rambling like a fool there, but there we go. That worked. Okay, there we go. All right, I just submitted mine. I'm looking at. Oh, hey, Buggy. Last time I used this resume, and it was most entirely crickets. Okay. All right, let me look at yours. Okay. Twitch resume reviews. Okay, Buggy. Software engineer. AI software developer. All right. Brain. Sorry. File upload. Ajax. I'm not sure if it's a format thing or I'm just unlucky. All right. First off, check your contact information. Make sure that's correct. Okay. Good. Okay. First name, last name. Here we go. So formatting wise, I have some issues with it, but it's not like terrible, right? I had like 6 callbacks over 300 applications. That's 1 in 50. That's not terrible because IT is still bad. So it's not great, but it's not terrible. I think really 1 in 50 is solid, because that means if you apply for 10 a day, you should get 1 interview a week. But 6 over 300 is 50, unless my math is way off. I think there are things we can change, but it's not horrifying. So formatting wise, yeah, we can change some stuff. So, what are you looking for? I know you say software engineer, AI engineer, and software developer, but those are very different. Also, it's very possible that if you were keeping this on and applying for it, they may consider you more job hoppy. So weirdly enough, you probably should remove this from the thing. Although we're towards January, if you're still there by then, I keep it. So, but yeah, what are you looking for? Full stack, back end, front end, more AI? You gotta be picky. Okay, that's fair. We have this master's, bachelor's. Okay. So formatting wise, I do want to fix this. Let me get it. Go back to my website and go to the resume help section, and I want to use those formats, because I want your education at the top, because this, like, I don't know if you even need to say you're in a master's program. You could just say bachelor's computer science and mathematics and then have these two. I'm trying to get an AMA, but my MS is currently in progress. Okay. Ad break. Boom. Whatever. I think you can still hear me. Hopefully you can still hear me. It's fine. Okay. Give me, just link in chat a job that you want to apply for, real quick. Sorry, my dyslexia is kicking my butt today. I spent like an hour and a half writing thing, and it's... Ugh, it's the reason it's a disability. Alright. So... yeah, because this is good. I don't know if you need to include this yet. Formatting-wise, we're... okay, that's fair. Also, like, It was in one of the little dead zones of the job search, because it does go down after like June-ish a little bit, and then it picks back up here. No, it's like late July. It's well, that one's harder to anticipate. We are doing the dead zone of recruiting soon, but that's not here yet. So okay. Applied for basically all of 2023, then gave up early, and then lucked out with my network. Okay. I mean, the IT network, like, I'll be honest with you, IT is still bad. Or software. I know people get upset when I call software engineers IT, whatever. The tech space is still bad. It is improving, but it's still barbo. So I don't want you to, like, it could maybe, and like, an interview for every 50 in a terrible market is not bad. I think we can tweak it a little bit, because there's some formatting issues, definitely, but it's not terrible. So formatting wise, first off, I want you to use this one. It's on the website. All of it's in Arial. This is bolded and in 14 font. The rest of the contact information is in 12 font. Everything else is 10.5. So it's 14, 12, 10.5, and then you can see where I bolded and whatnot. In Arial. Or if you want to be bold, use Wingdings, which is what I'm going to do for April Fool's. So I'm going to submit a resume with Wingdings to a manager. Hopefully they will find it for me. All right. Then we do need your citizenship status. You may have taken that off. And the city and state. Obviously you wouldn't have that here, but you need that in the real one. So then formatting wise, I want your education up here. It is important even in IT. I know you did it a while ago, but you did graduate with a bachelor's. And you can then put these certs. Okay, good. Put that on there. There are a lot of US citizens that misclick, and it says they're they need a visa, and that's an instant no. And this way, if a recruiter views your resume and they see, oh, they just misclicked, because it's right there up front in the center. So, and it also stops people from being prejudiced against you. Yeah, okay, so the reason I want to put your education up top is partly because some jobs requirement, that's part's irrelevant, but the main one is it looks a little weirder when you have this up here, right? And I want you to showcase that. Now, you don't necessarily have to show when you graduated. You can just put 2016, that's fine. But if you want to showcase these, they should be in the same section. Because I don't want to see AWS Architect, because then I'm assuming that you're not graduated, and I'd have to scroll all the way down here to see that. And I might not actually scroll down that far. So, but you can put 2016 and then just put it after those. So I want to see 3 lines max with this. One is your degree, one is the cert, one is the other cert. Yeah. Because otherwise, they may not scroll down. They may think, well, the manager wants somebody with a BA, and unfortunately, this person only has these certs up here. Man, you read my CV a week ago. It was terrible. Made some changes. Think it's better. Just wanted to say thanks. No worries, Urson. I'm glad to help. Also, the way you said that, I thought you meant I made it terrible, and I'm like, oh no, did I do it wrong? But I'm glad to help. That is what I am here for. So, yeah, the whole picture. It's really what you want to do is you want to failure-proof your resume. And I'm so glad, Zerson. I want to get you interviews, Zerson. But you want to failure-proof your resume. I think that is the biggest thing I want to impart is failure-proofing. And you cannot do a one-size-fits-all, because that's impossible with a resume, but you can do a one-size-fits-most. So we have the education. We have that there. which already is going to make it look a little cleaner, especially if we do the font. Yeah. So, and Zerson, if you ever want it again, let me know. Just submit it and let me know you're in chat. So, okay. Then let's do. I'm all over the place today. Created a document for the backend for chatbot. Yeah, it's fine. Led the migration. Formatting wise, this is okay. So I think this is where we need to make a decision, Buggy, about where you want to apply to, because while a lot of software engineer jobs do want AI, the difference between a full stack or a backend or AI is going to be different. So we may need to slightly tweak it for each of those. Also, formatting wise, would be interesting if you think it's better for the. Yeah, no, just submit it. Go to the website up above and submit it. I'd be glad to help. So I want to get as many people as I can jobs. That is the purpose of this channel. So okay, Buggy. Yeah, so formatting wise, again, we can have this at 1, right? And I know this is off formatted. I actually need to fix that. That's fair. I think improving the web app with AI than AI. Yeah, so where do you want to go with this? Because the AI skills and the software skills are going to be, they're going to diverge just enough that you're going to want 2 separate ones. So if you're going for AI, which I just did like a data engineer one, you're going to want the stuff that's basically like here, which is focus on Python, Java, Scala, R. I know those are all different languages. You're going to pick 1 or 2 and then hope the company is the one that likes that one. Then a cloud. Then you're going to want PyTorch, TensorFlows, Keras, and I have no idea how to pronounce this one. It's Skit-learn. Then you're going to want to use CI/CD, LLM, AI, ML, machine learning, maybe NLP. Maybe. I'm not sure about NLP. And then explaining complex topics, and then probably something with a SQL. Okay, then those are the. I literally, I always said scikit, but I don't know. I have no idea. Sci from science. Okay. Kit from Kit Kat. Is that what you're going to say? That word alone is why I don't like all the acronyms and stuff in tech. It is. So, scikit. Okay, scikit. So almost like psychic, but not. I hate it. I hate tech acronyms so much. SQL. I know these are all different, but essentially MySQL, NoSQL, SQL. As long as that's SQL in there, you should be fine. So yeah, those are the ones you're actually going to want, truthfully, is this stuff. If you are going for more full stack, Sidekick. Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Sidekick. Okay. Sidekick. Okay, that makes more sense. I've got a section at the bottom for keyword soup. It's not. So I'm not a fan of blobs like this, but if it's at the bottom, I don't think it's going to hurt you. When it's up at the top, it can hurt because they may get lost in it. But if it's at the bottom, that's fine. I don't think that's a problem if it's really at the bottom. You just still need them here, because when I'm looking at this, right, the keywords over here, let's see if I can find them. See, REST API, here's part of the thing is, REST API is more of a full stack, from what I've seen. Python isn't. Not seen Django. I do like LLM-based AI chatbot. Well, I hate it, but I like the fact that you have it. Yeah, this part, I don't have, there's nothing that I would need. So the only thing I find here that I would like for an AI base, not full stack, AI specifically, is Python. This is actually a perfect sentence for like full stack kind of thing, but for brain AI, I don't like it. That's because the only thing I can find in the first thing is Python. So, and then application name, that's fine. ABC. To AWS. See, that's good. I like AWS GovCloud, and it has cloud. See, that's the only thing I can find, because I've only found 2 things so far, by the way. Built a PHP. That's not something I've heard for in a while. REST and SOAP. Upgraded ABC. Yeah, I don't see any of this stuff. I see AWS. Yeah, you're missing all the stuff that I would need. I mean, you have it right here. This is fine. Like, you don't have to. I don't want you to like overemphasize that, like, you know, I'm the best Python developer, but like, you do need to. You have enough Python, honestly. It's the other stuff I'm worried about. So, okay, that's fair. So, because this sort of reads like a half full stack, except you're missing TypeScript, you're missing JavaScript, HTML, but you do have REST and Python and AWS and SQL. Oh, here it is all the way at the bottom. I don't even see this. Okay, so let's go back to the basics. I don't think these are terrible bullet points, but I think you can improve. You're going to need to make 2 resumes, one for full stack or back end, whatever. I don't know which one you're doing, and one for AI stuff. All right, so we're going to need 2 because the bullet points are clashing. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Like, I don't want you to lie, but like, this is the stuff for AI that I want to see. Is this right here that I'm highlighting on the other screen. So I need those for the AI one, and then I need other stuff for the, you know, Java backend, it looks like, or full stack for this. So the ones that are the same are going to be, oops, that's the wrong resume. The ones that are the same are going to be the SQL and cloud, but the rest of that's going to be different. Also, I really do need a summary sentence. And I am making my resume guide right now for people. It's not complete yet. It's a beast. Like, okay, that's, well, let's look, right? Let's do in the United States. And then you want to do full stack. So full stack developer. Because like look, most of them, not all of them need Python. Okay. It does help. Thank you. So JavaScript and Node, that's what you were missing, is Node. I didn't see Node. Maybe it was there and I just wasn't paying attention to it. Is there Node? If there is, I can't find it on a quick glance. So if it could be drawn in Figma, you can bring it to life. Okay, front end, senior full stack. God, like, I wish this was 2020 because I could place all of y'all, but a few months of Node, but I hate TypeScript, so it's for reference to Node. That's what's gonna get you the job, though. I hate to say it, is Node and TypeScript. That is what most of them are. I mean, I've been trying to place a backend engineer, and it's all full stack with Node and Python and TypeScript. Here, look, this is what they're at. Look, this is it, right? This is it. This is the exact stuff you want for full stack. And as you can see, these are different than the AI jobs, right? So we're doing AI engineer. So you're going to have to pick. I know you don't want to, and I don't blame you, because there's definitely stuff, you know, but like, I don't like rejecting candidates, but it's an important part of being a recruiter. So if I had to put that in, because look, data engineer is Skaboofed. And then we have AWS, which is similar, Python, SQL, and then let's go over here. And then we have, oh, here it is. This is actually similar, Node and HTML and Azure, but whatever. And then TensorFlow, Scikit. So yeah, you've got to pick because you're trying to put everything together and neither of them are working. So, and use this format. I do want a summary sentence and this kind of stuff. So I know you don't want to, but you have to pick. I'm sorry. You have to pick the full stack, and then you need to put in all those full stack stuff, and then you also have to put in the other one. I know you don't want to do it. You don't like doing it, and I don't want you to overemphasize it, but those are the key to getting you the job. You know what? I don't, this is going to shock people. Like reviewing resumes. I don't know a recruiter that does like reviewing resumes. I take joy because this is content I can give people. But when I'm doing it, I'm not like, oh boy, I'm like, okay, can I fill this role? This is a needed requirement. And it is important in recruiting stuff. You know what? Let me give a better example. I have too many, right? Let's do recruiter. Recruiter roles are all over the place. Okay. You know what? If someone says Workday, I don't like working with Workday. I don't like most of the ATS systems from a recruiter point because they are more HR systems than recruiter. But I'm still going to put Workday on my resume because I know that is what people want. And I may not like doing it, but it is the key to get me a job. So, like, also recruiting job descriptions are crazy. Oh yeah, I will say out of ADP, Workday, and Taleo, I liked ADP once I got to know it better. But sending an offer letter in Workday was amazing. Like, it used to take, I'm trying to remember the exact amount of time, but like 2 hours to send an offer or more. And then Workday simplified it to like 5 minutes. So, especially when you do high volume recruiting, that's very important. So, yeah, rookie numbers. All right. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like recruiting job descriptions are some of the worst out there. Like they're all so very different, and it's not even counting the internal and agency one. Like they do the same job, but they all put different stuff in it. Here, ShopRite for resumes. I know I have that. Wish I didn't, but I have it. Global recruitment. Okay. So those are just the ones I wanted bad enough to bother making. Yeah, that's fair. Give me a minute. Sorry, I have to use the restroom. I will be right back. So, but yeah, I will be right back, and then we'll do this. But it's mostly a formatting error, I think, and you got to pick which direction you want your resume to go. And maybe I can get Bear back in. Okay. Come on, Bear. All right. Good boy. I got you back. Yeah, it's partly formatting and partly just you need to pick a lane, essentially. There's Bear with his butt to the camera. Good job, buddy. Bear, no, don't leave. Come here. You can't keep leaving. You're like, there's a specific spot I need you to sit in for this to work. Otherwise, it just looks like I'm showing a floor. Okay? Good boy, though. You are. Alright, yeah, no worries. I'm glad I could help. Does anybody else need thine resume done? So, there we go. There's Bear Bear. He's chilling. You don't have a Word version of the template? No, I don't. I need to. There's a bunch of stuff I need to. And there's some slight errors on it, too, that I need to fix. Because before they kicked me out of the engineering mod sub, they did point out, which was very good, is this. This is not lined up. Status graduated specifically for people that are very been out of the thing. Would you be on Twitch tomorrow? No. I am very busy tomorrow, so I might be able to do it in the coming weeks, but I have like recruiting interviews and playing Pathfinder with my friends, so that day is booked. So I have stuff to do then. Okay, that is good. That is good. Brain is not working. Let's go back. Okay, there we go. So that was a good chaser. I needed that. All right. So tools of trade. Everyone from basic. What is it that they said? Chrysalis. Okay, that's fair. I can do it Tuesday. I mean, if you want, whenever you get back. I just tomorrow I'm not streaming. I kind of wanted to, but things keep happening on Fridays for me. So I feel like that would be good, or maybe a weekend stream. But I wanted to. This takes me away from time with my girlfriend, and I wanted to do. And weekends are usually the most open time. So yeah, Tuesday. So all right. What was it Chrysalis said specifically? Because that was the exact thing I am trying to prevent. It was, and I've heard that so many. I'm trying to think of the exact words they said. It was an award-winning journalist. I'm not going to get over that. Oh, I wish they were back in journalism, but I know it doesn't pay and they have to leave. They said, I just assumed they thought I know it. Am I gonna have to go back through my own darn stream, mute it, and just find it? I think I might. Hold on. Because that is that is like the thing. If I hear that, that means you need to put it on. Let me mute this. I don't want people to hear a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's fine. And then I have past streams. I can find my past streams. Fair. Where art thou, past streams? Where art thou? Well, I'll just put a note. It puts, whatever Chrysalis said on the, what was it? 8/28, the stream. Because I hear that all the time from people. Like, that's how I know you need to include it. And there is an exact phrasing words that my brain is not parsing right now. So, but I like this more as a what did I do with this? It was that. Okay, I like it more because I know they do star and I know they do everything else, and I don't think those are bad. I just feel like there's a slightly tweaked way of doing it. There's something you wouldn't explain would be given the most. Yeah, they would. They just say it. I don't know why I keep saying she. I don't actually know their gender. They kept saying, they said something, and I've heard that exact phrase many, many times. And I wanted to use that exact phrase. If I didn't know word, how did I do this resume? It's true, but Indeed gives you one. A lot of people give me the Indeed. So, you can, in fact, do the Indeed resume. I don't think it's terrible either. Honestly, that's one of the better auto-generated formats. Look, I would have believed so too. For PPG, I put somebody in because I thought they had adjacent computer skills. They went to the interview and they said they didn't. And I could never do that again. You have to have it in your resume. You have to. It's literally tried to do it. I tried to because I believe they would, and it wasn't true. And that person didn't get the position, obviously. And then I could never send somebody in with that again because I lost my shot on it. So, and you know what? I deserve to lose my shot on it because it wasn't in the resume. So, I mean, maybe somebody did it for him. You don't know. So, tools of the trade. And then we have skill. Keyword. I think this is just going to be skill use bullet point, maybe. So, one second. Skill use. Skill bullet. When you recruit, this is sort of more on the theory of recruiting, is you don't have any real power. And this is for internal. Your job is based on being able to fix the recruiting process for whatever reason that is. And different companies do different things. So I'm using fix very broadly. Some companies may have their interview process be wrong. Some companies may not have anything wrong. They just need somebody to handle the volume. Some people need, it all depends. And to do that, as a recruiter internally or talent acquisition, you work with a ton of managers. Typically, it's not just one or two. In a high volume, you're working with a bunch. Sometimes you'll have some regulars because they'll hire a lot and that's just that position. But typically you're going to be working with new ones. Like I may have worked at Agilent with like 70 to 100 managers, give or take, rough estimate in the year or so I was there. That's a guess. PPG, maybe about 100 as well. There were a lot more. No, not at PPG. There were a lot of similar ones. But anyway, the point is you meet a lot of managers for the first time. And you don't have any real power. You don't have the ability to say, don't do this. Because they're not your reports. You're not their reports. If anything, it's closer to customer, but I'm not sure I like that one. You could go to your boss and do one thing or two and shut something down, but overall, you don't have any real authority as a recruiter. Not really any. And the way people listen to you, at least the way I have, is because you're right. And in recruiting, you don't get to be right all the time. And that is something I try to teach people as well. But so when I pushed that candidate, because I believed incorrectly that they had adjacent skills, I burned that bridge with that manager. I mean, I didn't really burn it. We still had a good relationship. But like, I wasn't able to then put in more candidates that had those adjacent skills. So your judgment of how you are correct or play the recruiting game is your lifeblood. And it's not like you'll always get it right, but if you get it wrong, then you can't really get another shot like that unless you tell them beforehand, like, this is our best shot, Yeah. I mean, nobody likes recruiters, Zombie. I would end a lot of my things with, hey, I enjoyed working with you, but I hope you never have to need me again. Like, hiring managers don't like hiring. I don't like the name hiring manager because it gives a aura of all they do is hire, but a lot of them hate it. It's stressful. They take time out of their day to interview people, and they don't like that. Like, they don't want to just take that because that is a part of their job, but it's a part of their job they're not the fan of. So, and I didn't like burn the bridge. I could do other stuff, but I can't push for the same issue twice. And if I was wrong a second time, I really would burn that bridge. So that's why. Nobody likes recruiters. Like, even managers who liked me, they don't want to have to deal with me because it means it's a stressful time because they don't have a candidate. And yeah, it's like they're happy when they don't have to make a hire. It's a stressful time. So you live and die by being correct, by knowing your skills so that they can trust you. And your trust is very precarious because a lot of people don't do their jobs well. So, and the managers are the ones who actually make the hiring decision because recruiters don't. Yeah, you could reject people, but then you're not going to hire anybody. So, the goal is not to reject everybody. It's to find a candidate the manager will be content with hiring. So, and obviously they have the skills and everything, but like that's the overarching thing. So, but yeah, like they don't like I had very good reviews too. I'm not saying like everybody hated me. They don't. At least I hope not. But as a recruiter, you're on a real precarious bridge. So, real precarious, and you need to be 100% keeping them informed, and you cannot screw up or it's a huge thing and you could get fired. So, which is also why you document everything. So that's the recruiting stuff. So, but yeah, that's also why with that manager I couldn't then. Yeah, I do know. I do know you can't please anybody, but in a corporate setting, one complaint can deal a lot. So you need to make sure you've documented everything. But that is why you can't just, put that in because that wasted. I'm not upset that I gave it a shot. Because sometimes you need to, but I think I should have explained it to the manager better. Because that manager wasted 30 minutes of their day on an interview where that person did not have the computer skills. And that was a mistake on my part. There was a qualifying thing I could have done. So that was a mistake that I don't aim to repeat. So, because every interview that is with somebody who doesn't have the skills is, well, that's a waste of a time. And that's all they have. Their time is the most precious thing to them. Clean CV. Yeah, I think this will work. My only thing is I tried to get Overleaf to work with Arial and I couldn't do it. So I do think Arial is the correct one. So I wish I knew how to make Overleaf work with Arial. Which is something I will do eventually. Alright. Boop. Pop. Yeah, there probably is. I mean, like Jake's resume, while not perfect, I think is sufficient. So like there are degrees of bad and good, right? Like there just because something is not as good doesn't mean it's terrible. It just means there's slightly more efficient things you can do. Like there's degrees of it. So about right, some esoteric, yeah. Because I know when I was doing, I tried to create one. That was actual coding. Like, I think once I solidify this and get everything, I would like to petition somebody to help me build an Overleaf one. Because it's an actual coding thing that you need to do. Maybe. I don't know. I looked at it and I'm like, this is. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think Jake's is bad. Like I said, I think it could be better, but I don't think it's bad. Especially for all, like, considering there's a lot of 2-column resumes or 4-column resumes, then, oh, good stretch, buddy, good stretch. You could do a lot worse. So, all right, a skill bullet point. Skill. I'll change the name of this. Showcasing a skill. Oh, that's better. I like showcasing the skill. And showcasing the skill. That's better. Showcasing a skill. I'm not sure I can do any overlay. Okay, so that makes me feel better if two coders cannot do it from scratch. Because I looked at that and I went, there was numbers and letters and everything. So yeah, I have no idea. Like it's a powerful tool that I would just chop my hands off with. So I would definitely need some help. Because there's a lot of things I'm like, I need to do this myself so that I can learn how to do it. And Canva was one of those, and I'm very glad I did that. I know how to use Canva now. Overleaf is all very much a nope. Lee needs help. Lee needs help. This is beyond my purvey. I need an expert. It's like Python taking a framework and solve your problem, I guess. So, phone. Why do you keep buzzing? Okay, nothing. Wait, is somebody doing SQL? I could totally raid them after I'm done. No. Okay, cool. No need to make bread from scratch, right? Yeah, I did want to do sourdough. That was something I've never done. I want to do my own sourdough. I love sourdough. That's like my peak bread. Sourdough is my favorite. So, showcasing a skill. All right. This is to show how you used a particular skill. That is in the keywords you found in the previous section. This is I finally made successful white bread using a pre-ferment bake. It's kind of like sourdough, but easier. I've never done it. I want to. I don't know anything about making it. I know you need like a master mold that like sits there, or a mother mold or something. But what is a pre-ferment? Oh, pre-ferment. Okay, fermentation. That took me a time. Also, Zerson, just let me know when you want your resume reviewed, and I will. I just don't have it up right now, but I can easily do that. So just let me know. Oh, computer. Computer, what are you doing? What are you doing, computer? I would love to make bread. I like doing some cooking. Didn't make it from scratch. Well, I don't know anything about it. Sounded impressive to me. It's not assembly way. Yeah, Zerza needed to go into Overleaf and code it so that the bread parses correctly when it's tested for QA. I don't know if any of that made sense. That's my guess of how coding stuff works. This is going to be to show your skill. That is in the keywords you hit. Skill, keyword. Keyword. Evil voice. Wait, can I still do a Yoda impression? I want to see if I can still do a Yoda impression. The bread is good, it is. The force is strong with you, it is, yes. Making bread is the way. That was more Hork from World of Warcraft. If you're not spending 6 months to make your bread, you're doing it wrong. You need to spend 18 months making your bread, 12 the oven, and that's how you do it right. Anything else, and it's being lazy. So, okay. This is to showcase how. This is to show how you used a particular keyword. Qualification. This is not necessarily a brag. Exactly. Trade-wide faxing. I think, isn't they show that most of the trade-wide stuff is like all fake, like the other stuff in social media? So. Also, I got really confused when I heard that for the first time. is I was like, I don't understand why it's trad wife. And my girlfriend made fun of me that it stands for traditional, hence trade. So thought it was trad, and I'm like, I don't get why they call it trad. So also, I feel like both partners need to know how to cook. Like, you just got to, right? Like, if your partner's sick, you got to take care of them. You got to cook them some food. It's fake for the cosplaying, right? I can understand that. This is not necessarily a brag, but it is how you used your skill, keyword, what you used it for, and the result. Traditional, yeah, I know it's traditional. I thought it was trad at first, and I was like, "What's the trad? Is it trad? I don't know." So again, never trust my spelling. Oh wow, I got a lot of stuff on Reddit. Time to answer some of those. Well, this one said I had 5 people. Well, that's not right at all. Oh no, it is. It just marked them all as red. Okay. Oh wow, I got 50 upvotes on one. Woo! Let's see if I have any others. I thought it was trad. No, it's trade, right? Yeah, trade, traditional. Trad. I don't remember what I thought anymore. I'll be honest. My brain is not working. All right. Yes, apply to as many as you can. That's not AI. That's a knockout question. No, it's not AI. It's just literally that's not AI. It's a knockout question. No one uses it. Yeah, it is. It's true. No one uses that in real life. You're looking for different job titles. U.S. designer, full service, correct winners, and maybe do not waste time heavily. Yeah, that's no. And then there's some right, there's some wrong here, and I don't know if I have the energy to fight all this, because this is not AI screening tools for basic yes no. That's a knockout question. But this is correct. Is don't waste time heavily tailoring for each position because you'll be driven insane. Not because we copy their job posting language. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, Zerson. I don't read them. Every time a manager wants them, I do my best to convince them that they're not necessary. I do not know what makes a good cover letter, nor do I know any recruiter that reads them. That is strictly for the managers and is not something I have experience with. So I wish I could give you a better answer, but like I tell my manager, like, it don't require a cover letter. Please don't. I try to convince them not to. It is a waste of everybody's time. But so I think you should have one just in case a company requires it, but I've not known a recruiter that ever reads it. So do not apply to anything. That's not quite true. No, that's not true at all. This is also true. Actually, this is a really good Boolean. Oh, you can do that for site. That makes sense. Yeah, it is low volume from their point of view. That's fine. Also, I'm never going to get mad at anybody for not using proper punctuation in chat. I can't judge that. But yeah, I wish I had a better answer. I just don't. This is good Boolean. I like this. I mean, some of this is wrong and some of this is right. I don't have the energy to fight this right now. I hope this does not come back to bite me. Is the best answer is a truthful one? That's fair. I mean, look, that is the point of this, is so I could give you truthful recruiting answers. Honestly, yeah, we don't, because it's double the work for us and it never really pans out. Like, I've never seen anything in a cover letter that, like, has mattered. Because, like, every once in a while, if something is not in the resume, I'll look in the cover letter. If it's a job that does not have a lot of applicants, but it never really changes it. I've never had to change it. So, mainly this is for those roles that gets, like, 1 applicant a week, and something is clearly wrong with it, and you need to fix it. So, or really hard to fill. But it's not often. Okay, correct. Usually employees hang out in the area, would you able to pay? Try to for 50K. Yep, that is correct. Remote jobs have less pay because they are more in demand, which means more people will accept less pay. It sucks, but it's true. So jobs require a letter. What's up with that? Recruiter couldn't convince the hiring manager it wasn't a good idea. Because remember, we don't have power. We don't have direct power. We cannot really overrule the manager on almost anything. We can, unless it's like blatantly illegal or something, or there is something that recruiting has like processes, but that's usually done through HR. So, like, if a process says, like, let's say, for an example, this actually hasn't really happened, but if a manager does not want to put salary, but you tell them all of our jobs have salary, that is our process. And that was codified by HR or something in emails, then you can force them to put the salary. Real talk, you want to put the salary because it gives you more candidates, it gives you a better variety of candidates, and it's illegal to not in some places. Although that really depends on where it's going to be posted. So, but typically if you find something broken in the recruiting process, it's usually because the recruiter does not have the time, the skill, or the manager didn't listen to them to fix it. Because even somebody who's been doing it for like 3 or 4 months has a very good idea on how to not break a lot of things and make things smoother. So typically. Using bullet points about my tests and coverage is not good. It's the kind of metrics people want to see. Managers, but not the recruiters. The managers, maybe. The recruiters couldn't parse it. You need to make, what about voluntary information like salary expectation to try putting negotiable? That's usually an ATS thing. You can kind of put a range, which I would just do the job range. I really don't like that because I think a job description should in fact have the salary. I am full view that a job description needs to have a salary. It is good for everybody. Waste less time. But even if it doesn't, negotiable is still very different. So it's tough. I do a range. I really don't like making somebody guess that in the bind, because also, what if the salary's low but the benefits are literally so good you'd still want it? So like, I screwed up. I once didn't take an interview seriously, and they had the best coverage I've seen. And even though it was like 10K less, I think, than what I was making, I would have saved a lot of money in the long run, even more so, with all the benefits and everything else. And I screwed up. I don't ever want to do this again. So now I take every interview very seriously. But because I didn't take it seriously, I lost that shot, and I should have. So, what about internal candidates? Some people say that some jobs are just a ceremony when they have an internal. This is complicated because I've seen internals lose to externals. I've seen internals apply after nobody has applied after 3 or 4 months. Wow, that is a phenomenal success rate, Surson. I've also had jobs that were contract conversions specifically for some people, but you still had to post them. And I tried to fight to see if we couldn't because no other candidate, we still had to post them, and I hated that fact. So, I don't know, that's a tricky. It's not all ceremony, but there are some jobs where it's basically a ceremony. But I've also had jobs where it was almost a ceremony and the internal still lost. So it's not like it doesn't happen. Like the internal did literally that bad, and they opened it up to the externals. So anything can happen in recruiting. Readable for both the recruiter and hiring manager. Bullet points about my tests and coverage. Metrics need to be written so that someone with zero industry knowledge can understand them. 2 interviews in 15 years. My God. That's okay. Don't go easy. That's fine. I need to use the restroom and get some water, and then I'll help. Distribution 3 to 4 per job, and then bulk apply. Yep, basically. Yep. 3 to 4 resumes. Well, 3 to 4 resumes, one for each job title you are going for. I did an introduction interview on Tuesday. Okay, I mean, that might be it. I hope you don't need it. Like, look, I am the full believer of knowing the hire manager directly is the best way to get a job. The second best way is knowing somebody who knows the hiring manager directly. So, like, networking. And the third is this method. But, like, I can't teach somebody how to network because by the time you need it, it's not there. So, luckily, I could relate to the guy. So, it's working. I mean, honestly, hopefully you get it. I hope you don't need my help. Like, I really hope so. Because it's a lot easier. So, uh, one for each job title you were going for. Some I don't know what they are, but yeah, well, 3 to 4 resumes, one for each job title you're applying for. As an example, a full stack software engineer and a back end engineer would be different resumes. Customer success manager onboarding. I want to get better at CVs in general, being stagnant. Yeah, I mean, it is, but it is better to, like, I think this is a tricky topic, but I think job hopping is the best way to get more salary. And I know job hopping is the best way to get more salary. But yeah, like you said, some salary isn't everything. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things, but it's not everything. And there are very much times where people will willingly take a pay cut to be content. And I think that's also a viable thing. Is sometimes you may want to take a slightly less salary. There is a limit. Like if you're making $12 an hour, a salary bump will probably help more than anything. But like if you're making 100K to 110K, that difference could maybe help. But yeah. Right? I was actually also worked remote before COVID as well. So, but yeah, like you need to be a job you are content with. And most of the time people leave for salary, but sometimes they'll take pay cuts to go back. I've actually had that happen at Agilent where people left, they got a higher salary, and then a year later they came back because they realized they really missed working there. So I did not. What is it? Also, I am going to do a quick commercial break, which will be 3 minutes, which is that way we don't have to deal with it for an hour. But I also need to go to the restroom and get more water. So post that in and I will look at it after. I'm going to do that right now. So I can go to the restroom. I don't know why I sounded so happy about that. All right, Bear, did you need to go out as well? Or are you just going to lay here? You good? You tired? Yeah, it's your nap time. we go. The people demand you, Bear. Oh, dude, did you just fart, Bear? Ah. Oh, Bear. What do we feed you? It's healthy for you, but... All right. Wow, I just came back. That was, like, perfect. Perfect timing. All right. What is this comment? Okay. I also got mangoes. So give me a second. There. You need to stay in your spot. Oh boy. Proportion thing. Okay, so whew. A pay increase of 10K for mid-seniors is about 6K after tax. It's about $17 a day. No one's going to complain about extra money, but you should be making major career-defining decisions based on an offer of 17 a day. Yeah, I agree. It's like there is a lot of variables, but it's also what level of money, because a 10K increase for somebody that's making 30K a year is way different than somebody's making 200K a year. Yeah. And there's definitely things, so it very much depends on your pay. I don't think money makes you happy, but I do think a minimum amount of money is required for happiness. Because if you can't afford doctors or stuff for your kids or food, then you ain't going to be that happy. So, oh, these mangoes are so good. If I ever get sponsorships, I really hope it's from Costco and Panda Express. I would love those. Alright. I realize I really need to fix my website again, because I don't even know where people put these in now. I think it should be not quick review, but YouTube video review. And then live on Twitch should be a separate thing. I think that makes more sense, which I should really do. Because people are kind of confusing them, and I don't blame them. Sorry for the ASMR here. Just getting my mangoes. Okay. Alright, there we go. So, pile of dried mangoes up here. Yeah, the fruit. It's dried mangoes. Great. I don't know if people can see them. Can I? Will this even work if I show it? Yeah, there it is. It's okay. I know you're resetting your sleep schedule. It's true. It is hard to notice. I make so much mess with regular mangoes, so. Okay, yeah, I gotta change this from the quick to the other stuff. The old one. I made a mess of my organization. Okay. All right, let me fix this real quick so I don't dox. Where'd it go? There we go. I still remember last time I worked at the office, I had a colleague like to eat chowder. How do you eat chowder? Apparently, me eating mangoes makes me lose viewers. That's fair. All right, so let's do the keywords. And you were looking for... All right, let's just do these two. Okay. Oh, chowder is great. I just can't think of anybody eating it at a desk. Clam chowder is what it's called. I had clam chowder in San Fran, and man, that was good. Fresh sourdough and their clam chowder was so good. It is. It is very potent in terms of smell. Same reason you don't cook fish in the microwave at work. All right, Zersin, is there a particular state you're looking to apply to? Just because I could put United States, but that's pretty broad. Oh, does it not even do it? Oh, you're not US based. Okay. Right. All right, well, I am a US based recruiter, so I hope that doesn't mess things up too much. Ireland. Let's try Ireland. Okay. I got somebody hired in Africa once. That's my... Okay, so if I type this and Ireland, how accurate is these for what you want to do? If Tinder is looking for a recruiter, that means they're going to hire. They plan on making hires. Exactly how much? I would guess about 30 to 50 over the next couple of quarters. So but yeah, if Tinder is looking to hire, that means they're expanding. 30 to 50 positions. At least. I mean, I don't know how many they need. I'm just guessing. I'm just saying that's about what you'd hire a recruiter for. Realistically, it's probably closer to 100 or 200, but I don't know if they're looking more. I didn't look at the role to see what they wanted. Also, quick thing, when you are doing remote, don't put in Ireland here. Put in Europe or wherever the overall state is. Well, like European Union, because here, I can show you right now. There are 1,671 roles. If we do remote, there are 484. But if we do Ireland, there are now 15. So when you search, do not search remote in your area. You actually want to search remote for the entire whole. Also, why do all 30s parties like to use F500 when introducing themselves? I feel called out by that because I've worked at Fortune 500 companies. It gives prestige. I think that's it. Well, I don't either. I know nothing about the EU hiring laws. I want to be very clear. I know American hiring laws. I know the United States hiring laws, not American. And I don't know European. So I assume there's some wiggle room because I know y'all in that area there's a lot of transferable stuff, but that whole gets into the European Union and Britain and Brexit, and I don't know how that goes. So grain of salt. Oh, Tinder rejected. Oof. Tinder swiped left on you. All right, let's actually look for these things. So, customer success managers are so broad. I hate these broad terms. All right, but at least I can do some stuff. All right, so I may not be able to see chat for a couple of seconds. So let's see if these are actual keywords. This is my lean in pose because it means I need to actually pay attention to these deeply. Key points become cool. Thank you. Where are the actual? Okay, cool. That's a terrible job description. Box score. I don't like that. Okay, what you'll need and what you'll do. There we go. Customer space. So that is the second time I've seen that. So SaaS is definitely there. And then we also want to put software as a service, just in case. Degree, customer relations. Well, yeah, I guess that would make sense. Customer relations, and then we're gonna do stakeholders, customers, stakeholders. There's another word. Users. That was it. Users. Okay. CRM. Yeah, that makes sense. And customer service. Okay. Okay, there we go. That one's good. Let's look at this to see if these are accurate. Qualifying degree. Yeah, we do want the degree. Lux did require the degree, so we actually are going to put your degree up here as well. Analytics is a customer facing, customer. New product and service on large scale. That might be very specific to this one. Prince 2, okay. Technical support, and then there it is. There it is every time, everybody. MS Suite, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, SharePoint, and Visio. Is Visio? I don't know if I've used Visio or not. It's every darn job. Okay. Analytical understanding strategy users. Okay, those are the words I wanted. Okay. What you'll achieve, skills you need to bring. Fast-paced functional team. Of course, it's fast-paced. Everything's fast-paced. That is the. I hate that. I hate job descriptions that say that. Empathy, put yourself in other shoes, motivate by seeing success, partnering, highly adaptable, changing business, performance routine, limited people. Okay. Customer success hires the following startup. That's going to be startup, although that is probably going to be customer specific. Notion, Shops, Gainsight, Salesforce. Ooh, Salesforce. I forgot about Salesforce. CRM, Salesforce. Okay. I think. Okay, degree 7, value clients. Yep. Clients, I did have. Oh, I didn't. I should have said clients and story of how you succeeded with them. Okay. Wow. Dyslexia wrote that in reverse order. Passport, tenacious, closure, revenue numbers, internal environments. Okay, cool. So I think I've got it. Match that got smaller. So these are going to be very different, but at least from what I was able to tell, these are the keywords you're going to need. Startup and SaaS are probably going to be more company specific. Same with maybe Salesforce. But what we do need is I'm going to be looking for company specific stuff, which I'm including is this, because it's entirely possible that not all of them need SaaS or startup. I'm going to look for customer relations, stakeholders, users, clients, and a story of how you succeeded with them. It could be how well you did, how many you retained. This is actually the point. I'm against using all these numbers. This time you actually probably want numbers. Then you're going to need some of the tools, which Salesforce, not all of them needed, but definitely CRM, which is customer relations management software, I think. You want to put your degree because a lot of them have it. And then we have the normal fast-paced, multitasking, etc., etc. And then the basic tools such as MS Excel. Those are what I'm going to be looking for. So this is going to be much more of a soft skills based resume that I'm deeply diving into it, but let's see what you got. So, Zersid, now we can do your actual resume. Where'd it go? Okay, so. So you've been out of work for since July 22, right? I just want to check that seems okay. And then October 10th. So normally I think this would work and you keep it. I wouldn't want you to write out the full year because this might be a European thing, but I don't want to step my toes on that one. But okay, so this is what I'm going to be looking for. Any of these things. Customer success, good, have that. Technical project management, also kind of good. We may want to put that in there. Training, leveraging, selling, multitasking, and problem solving. Okay, cool. Not a huge fan of summaries in general, but at least you have the right keywords. Excuse me. Optimizing software systems. If we have this in a bullet, we need to show what those systems were. Is this correct? You were only here for 6 months? If so, that's okay. I know that's when the market hit crud. Manage a fast-paced client portfolio of 50% of all company clients. Okay. Showcasing strong time management skills and constant HubSpot pipeline hygiene. Okay, this last part I don't like. The very first part I do. This is where maybe you name drop it. Manage art portfolio, which included 50% of all company clients. By, and then you do how you managed it. Then you can actually put your empathy skills. Okay. That's fair. I mean, it happens. Yeah, I don't like the second part of this. So I would instead say portfolio 50% of the company clients. And instead of showcasing time management skills, then you say by ensuring everything was under budget and on deadline, or whatever the corpo speak, you know that one. Deadline by empathizing with the customers. I want to know how you did it, right? So this is going to be where you drop those soft skills and put them in here. Then streamlined an onboarding process for a diverse portfolio of clients, leveraging Google Workspace. I don't know if we need. You can just say using Google Workspace. I don't know if you need to say leveraging. This is where you put your corpo speak. I don't think you need to do the corpo speak in leveraging here. Leveraging Google Workspace to schedule training sessions and Jira to coordinate client setup with support and engineering teams. This should be one. Successfully onboarded multiple clients concurrently. This is good. I like this part. You don't even need to say successful. Just onboarded multiple clients concurrently. By using multitasking skills or whatever, right? Served as a client advocate by docking and tracking bugs in Jira. There's so much with Jira here. Is there anything here that even involves Jira? Like, this might break it. There's 4. Yeah, there's only 4 jobs that even mention Jira. I mean, you can mention it, but I don't think you need to harp on it that much because there's 4 out of 48, and those are the only ones that even care about Jira. Proactively track customer engagement using tools in HubSpot. Okay, so a couple of things here, and I think you understand some of them. Is I'm not seeing like any of these at all. In addition, you were only there for 6 months, but you've got like 4 bullets. Yeah, like I think you should have a bullet point with Jira, but I also want to see SAS, right? Like Jira, SAS, or something like that. Know if you need all of these. I would do 3 max, and I think these might be too long. Because, like, you were only there for 5 or 6, like, 7 months. Right. You're only there for, like, 7 months. And I feel like that's too many bullets for that. But typically, if you've only been there for that long, you don't want to do that many. In addition, is this a common format in the European area? Because there is something that may occur, but this is specifically as an American recruiter, United States-based recruiter. I had 1 role in Latin America and 2 roles in Canada. And then they quickly gave the role from Latin America to the person that could actually speak Spanish, which was the correct call. I was very shocked when they did that. I'm like, I don't speak any Spanish. I don't think this is right. Okay, cool. Yeah, because here's my problem, is Jan 22 to July 22 kind of reads the same year, which was correct. But then Oct 10 to November 21 kind of seems like you were only at that job from October to November of the same year. So keep the full the full year out. So yeah, that's why I didn't know if that was a European thing. That's how y'all write it over there, because I know there's some difference. People in my chat get mad at me because I do fully believe that it should be month then day then year. Metric system should be in the United States, but it should be month, day, year. Month, day, year is the superior date format. I will fight somebody on that. And I know that's very different. Yes, it should be. Yes, it should be, and I will fight people with it. It's so much better for me when I'm looking through a large amount of Excel spreadsheets, because I actually care about things in the month and then the day. So much better. I will fight my European counterparts over that. And our freedom units. Because, like, when I make spreadsheets, I don't usually need to know the day. I do need to know the year. But sometimes it's nice to know the day. The month is the most important part, because when I'm scrolling through all that data, if I reached out to somebody a month ago, I would immediately see it. So yes, I think for at least as a recruiter, month, day, year is superior. Metric system, better. Metric system is better. I'm not going to fight on metric. Freedom units are not as good as metric. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay. I mean, wasn't the story, I don't know if there's a rumor that the US was going to go to metric, but the ship that had that information was lost at sea or something? Alright. Yeah, so I see CMS, Customer Management System. Did I misspell that on mine? That should have been CMS, not CR. This drafted bill. Okay, that would make more sense. Look, I am upset we don't use metric, but I am happy for the dates in the month of the year. All right. Right. So I like this. Yeah. So my biggest problem is I'm just not finding any of these keywords in here. And there's a lot of leveraged and all this stuff, and I need to make it simpler. It's not great. definitely seen worse. So I would like to see bullet points more like, my brain is frying. Something like, instead of, here we go. All right, so instead of the streamline the onboarding, we could use used Google Workspace, which isn't actually a thing in the jobs I looked at. So instead of that, used Jira, a SaaS, whatever, product, SaaS, what is it, CMR, CRS, whatever that's called. CRMS, I'm typing this in chat in a second. Customer Relationship System, whatever it's called. To fix technical issues by reporting bugs that are, what did you say? High priority customers were experiencing, which resulted in, I guess, retention. You're gonna have to say X retention or X compliments or something. So this is how I want it, right? Like, use Jira, a SaaS, CRS, CMS, whatever it was, to fix technical issues by reporting bugs that our high priority customers were experiencing, which resulted in customer retention or something retention, or, you're going to have to fill that part out. But that's how I want those sentences to go. In addition, I would not put more than 3 for your first role just because it was only 6 months. Down your keywords, will change the date format for clarity, will include keywords, bullets, reduce bullet points for the ones. Yeah. Simplify wording. Like, I like excelling and multitasking and problem solving. You should probably put that in there, but wasn't it in relation to the UK system? I don't know, man. I don't know how the freedom units didn't work. They're just knocked out over there. This little ear is so flopped, nobody can see it. Wait, can people see it? Hold on. His ear is like this. It's so cute. But yeah, I mean, that's the large thing is here are the keywords. Again, there's only 48, so you may have to dig deeper onto which keywords because some of these are company specific. Zerson. But you want to write your stuff like I did over there. Use Jira, a SaaS product to fix blah. So, because that's sort of the overarching problem with the whole resume is I can't really find the keywords besides this, and it's written in a weird way. So this is a part where you may want some soft skill ones where it's specifically like you don't even have to do this, but like kept customers happy or saved money or something like that. Normally, I'm not a fan of these like percentages or budgets or anything, but you probably should have a bullet or two, either for the first or the second one, about how you saved money or how you generated money with your plans and your customer abilities. So you just need to make sure that somebody who doesn't know your industry can understand it. Assuming EU, UK, Ireland recruiters function more like United States recruiters. So and the role which lasted 15 years actually just did everything. Small company, many hats. We didn't have much tracking. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't want you to lie, but like You know, here's a good one that you can use, honestly, is in the example resume I have. Is this. This is for a barista. I don't need to say nothing about baristas, right? They make coffee, that's fine. But this is how to write a very good bullet, because a barista saying something like save generated would be weird. But what they can do is they handled the lunch rush by providing customer service and multitasking while making their food that resulted in multiple 5-star reviews on our Google page mentioning me by name. That is a very solid bullet point. So if you got kudos from customers, you can put that in there. If you got kudos from your boss, if they mentioned you by name, if you stopped an angry customer, there's got to be some you had in 15 years. No, Zombie, why? You need to go to bed, bro. Also, I'm going. Yeah, see, that's how you do it. This right here, I really wish there was a salesperson that came in and they actually had like the really good resume for this, and I wish I saved it. But yeah, this is how you write a phenomenal brag. You can, in fact, I do want brags in this. That normally is not the advice, but I do want brags in this. But you need to make sure they're understandable to people that are not in it, which is why I like that Google review. Because if a customer is like, "Hey, you did good, champ," you could put that down, right? Like customers asked for me by name, right? That's all right. You want yours reviewed? I mean, we could always do it Tuesday if you want, so that's okay. Also, Zerson, here is my full VODs. I am going to be putting them all in this weekend, so you can see this and remember it. It's about hour 3-ish. Okay, Tuesday is good. Cool. So, hour 3-ish, and then we're good with that. Any last questions? I know we have about 30 minutes left, but I may want to end it and raid another channel for a bit just to zone out. But we did a lot today, and I'm happy. So, but yeah, subscribe to that, and I'll put it all on later today or tomorrow. Or maybe this weekend. It'll before Monday, let me just say that. Yeah, no worries. Look, get more people. That's my only ask. I am paid in likes. I am literally paid in exposure. So, yeah, that's all. Go ask your question. That is fine. Ooh. It's also very toasty here. I do like the earlier streams. I'm still going to stream Tuesday at the same time. I am going to go earlier, I think, maybe on Wednesday and Thursday for next week. I want to try to hit like a night crowd and a morning crowd and maybe an afternoon crowd. Even though it's the same crowd. Because there's a lot of people that are across the pond, like Zersit, who apparently my advice is salient for. That was one of the big things I was worried about, is like, you know, I've not recruited across the pond. So I don't know how salient my advice would be, and I dislike giving bad advice. I'm okay being wrong, but I dislike giving bad advice. So, because sometimes this is a very finicky thing. In fact, let me make a note to upload all the videos. I need to do that. Will I have time tomorrow? Maybe. Upload full VOD. Toasty. The customer's manager realm. If I was to transition back to something more simple and junior, like tech support engineer, yeah, it would be. But you would All right, so here's what you'd have to do for that specifically, because this is a thing. Is I dislike summary sentences. I think in most cases they are not needed. Like, this doesn't really tell me a ton of what I need. Although this also says onboarding manager and not customer service success manager. So I would maybe change that to that title if that's correct too. But if you wanted to go back down, you would have to focus on the keywords for those specific tech stuff, which I'd have to look at. I don't know what they are yet. And you would create a professional summary. This is one where you just have a single sentence that says, customer success manager looking to transition back into technical support engineer as I as I enjoy that more or something, right? You need to make it so that the recruiter reads that sentence and says, ah, okay, they did not apply for the wrong job. Because otherwise they're just going to reject you out of hand. But if you have a little summary that just says, oh, yeah, no, they don't want to do that anymore. They miss it. They want to go back to actually doing stuff with their hands and all that jazz. So that would be about how you would do that. So it is too much experience, but you'd also have to specifically focus on different keywords, which I don't know off the top of my head. I know full stack, the keywords, because I've been doing that a lot, and some others I know in accounting a bit, but I wouldn't know what the technical support engineer keywords would be. So, wow, I got like a lot more viewers. Yeah, if anybody needs a resume review, let me know in chat or ask any recruiting questions. So, and if I did that, it still seems to be difficult. Differences. Then I'd shrink your experience, maybe. I mean, it depends on when you did this, right? Let's see. You did it in this. Comp sci 2020. Okay, so that I don't think that would age you too much. It's not great, but it would age people, but not too much because you don't have anything past the 2006, which is like 20 maybe years ago. So it would make you definitely appear older, but like not 40 years of experience, essentially. And that is also specifically why you have this, which will be fixed. Because a manager that sees somebody with 15 years of experience that is like, they want to get back to doing this, that's like a golden ticket. It's like the opposite. This is somebody who is a damn professional in their field. They know the ins and outs, and they are not going to be a competition because they just really want to go back. They miss it. Like, if anything, that's a good thing for some managers, because then you're going to be not just the most experienced, you're aware of the salary, you're also not going to be, you're in your role and you're going to do it for life according to them. So there can be a lot of good things with that, but you have to write the professional summary, and it wouldn't even be professional, it would just be a quick summary. It's looking to transfer back into technical support from customer success manager realm, as I truly enjoyed that more, And then they're going to ask, well, why did you stay there for 15 years? And you say, honestly, I've been trying to get out for 5. I just felt like I've been stuck in the same role, or 6 or 8. And then I met somebody online who would just like make that summary sentence, and then that was it. So you can just say you've been trying to get out for a while, but you weren't going to leave it and no one would give you the interview. So that would be how I would do that. Although you would definitely need different keywords. I don't know what they are for this, though. So, all right. Does anybody have any final questions for me? I know I'm supposed to be here for another 23 minutes, but I think this is a solid end time to the stream. Unless anybody has any more questions. Otherwise, we're going to rate a channel. I don't know who yet. If it's Jesse Cox, it's going to be Jesse Cox. He is the Ginger, and I want to work with him so bad. My social media goal is to accomplish 3 separate things. 1, do something with Jesse Cox, because I've been watching him since I was in college. 2, get on a game show by Alpharad. And 3, have a horrifying cartoon made of me by Meat Canyon. Those would be my social media goals. Because they're great. Let's see what channels there are right now. All right. We've got, who am I following? Is anybody even on? There's Jesse Cox. There we go. We're doing it to him. Absolutely giving that to him. I appreciate everybody. I will be back Tuesday. Zomni, I will do your resume then. And then let me do the message. Have reviewed their resumes, and now their souls are yours, Jesse. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
So you go in and bait. You're in the right spot. Yep. Alright. Now Cardinals. And we take some damage. Yo, way to go! That was really fucking good. Now we're gonna go to 3. 3, we're gonna be starting the outside. So I'm gonna be here. Okay. We're gonna start on the outside, and we're gonna take some group damage. After the first hit, we're gonna go to the inside. Ready? Inside. Now, Luca, she's like trying to tear down my key light. Luca, you little ham.
Vibe Mountain Dew. Enter codes and collect points at MountainDewGaming.com. Get exclusive Borderlands the Movie rewards. Enter now. See the movie in theaters now.
Subaru and our retailers are supporting students.
Hello? Gamers. Welcome in. How's everyone doing? How are we feeling? What is the vibe on this Thursday evening? Egg is the vibe? I feel that. I feel that a lot. Hi, Jake. Welcome in. Congrats to... Oh, hi. Congrats to Rich on first. Meow. Welcome in, Rich and Ender and King Pine and Bloom and Jake and Electro and Zamo and Lionel. What the?
Hey, how very meta, Miss Meow.
Miss Meow. Lionel, thank you so much for the resub.